Today, SeaWorld Orlando just announced their 7th and newest roller coaster set to debut in 2023. Unlike some other projects opening next year that we sort of already knew about, the announcement of SeaWorld Orlando's coaster actually brought about some surprises. So first and foremost, this new ride will be called Pipeline. A pipeline is sometimes known as a thick hollow wave that breaks in shallow water, so it basically translates to a theme of waves, beaches, and surfing, which is exactly what we're getting with this coaster. I personally think it's a great name, especially because the previous name that was rumored to be given to this ride was High Surf. I do think that one also works, but it's just a little generic for my tastes, especially with all the other generic names given to SeaWorld's new rides lately like Arctic Rescue and Catapult Falls. In my opinion, this one is a nice change of pace. As we've known for quite some time, Pipeline will be the world's first surf coaster model manufactured by Bolliger & Mabillard. It'll be the park's 4th coaster by the company, making it one of the parks with the most amount of B&Ms in the world. I think that's what made this project so interesting. How would it differentiate itself from the other B&Ms in the park, particularly something like Kraken, which seems to share a relatively similar layout to Pipeline. We knew the key difference between those two would be the fact that this new surf coaster would feature stand-up trains. But many ask, didn't stand-up trains go out of style in the 90s? B&M phased out their stand-up coaster model after they built their last one in 1999, so it seemed likely that we wouldn't see the concept shaken at ever again. But with this announcement, we learned a critical detail about the ride, and that's that the seats flex to any upwards and downwards movements in the layout. I have no idea how they're managing to pull this off, but I suppose we've seen crazier things implemented onto coasters before. I think all of us were under the impression that this would be the old stand-up train setup on a modernized layout, but I think this really sells the ride model for me. I'm very pleased with the announcement, and I honestly have to give SeaWorld and B&M credit for keeping the surf coaster's secret formula so far under wraps. I don't think this technology is something anyone really saw coming, but I am so here for it. The one other thing we saw in the animation that I really hope comes true is the use of water effects. We see a splashdown in this short clip, and although SeaWorld as a company has been taking budget cuts in recent years when it comes to theming their rides, I almost feel like a splashdown element of some sort is critical on a coaster themed to surfing. If they stay true to this promise, and depending on how Pipeline actually rides, we could have a sleeper hit coming to the amusement world next year. Now to refresh you guys on the layout, 10 months back, BGWFans.com leaked the plans for the coaster. It showed us all the elements that will be featured on Pipeline. All credit goes to them for the footage you're seeing on screen now, and judging by the announcement video, it looks as if they nailed the layout because I cannot tell a difference. So assuming it was completely unchanged, you're going to start with a launch, which is cool because it does make this the first stand-up coaster in the world to feature a launch. This launch is also going to be built atop a bunny hill, meaning this will be a key moment for your seats to flex. I'd also like to imagine that the end of this launch will be when you hit the coaster's max speed of 60 miles per hour. You'll then rise up into this large bank turn, which I presume will be Pipeline's tallest element at 110 feet in the air. Up next is a twisted airtime hill, which whether or not we'll actually give airtime is up for debate, but I definitely think it might be another moment to look out for when your seats could do the flexing up and down. The ride's only inversion follows, which is a drawn-out corkscrew zero-G roll type element. This is a weird, unique element to introduce to a stand-up coaster, let alone a surf coaster, so it'll be intriguing to see how this rides. Then you sort of rise up into this helix that swoops to the side, and a turnaround section that leads into another twisted airtime hill. This one looks like it'll be a whole lot smaller than the prior one. Lastly, you gracefully take one more helix and then a third twisted airtime hill, which seems like it has the most potential to deliver airtime judging by the pace you take the element with. This then leads riders into the final brake run, concluding the 2,950 feet of track traversed on Pipeline. I'm personally very excited to see the turnout of this project. Work has been underway for a while now, and plenty of track has already gone vertical, so it seems like we can expect an opening sometime in the spring, maybe early summer at the latest. But that's all I have for you guys today. Please let me know in the comments what your thoughts on Pipeline are. Did the announcement take anyone else by surprise? Did it underwhelm you? Let me know down in the comments below. If you found this video to be informative, I'd also appreciate it if you gave me a like and considered subscribing for more analysis style videos to come in the future. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye guys.